Hello, Leo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be your love and relationships reading for the end of February 2023, looking at your connection to the person that you are needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of this connection. So we've got your energy toward the connection, their energy toward the connection, and then the energy in the middle. The concept is that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level truth / the purpose for the connection in the middle. I have a different tarot deck for each side of this connection. We'll look at the overall energy, and I have an advice card that I will pull at the end. I do encourage you to think outside of the box with these connections. You know, they might not just be romantic. This could be talking about a friendship, a family member, a boss, or a coworker, anyone that you are currently dealing with that you are needing to learn something at this time. Needing to learn something from at this time, because every single person in our life is brought here to teach us something. So, yeah, if I'm shuffling kind of weird, also ignore my bandages. I had to break up a dog fight yesterday, so it's been an interesting 24 hours. All right, Leo, on your side of this connection, you have it's time. Well, actually, before I even jump in, you have two cards of release. You have it's time to release negativity with partnership, and then you have release and power as your overall energy, which we'll look at in a second. But I don't necessarily know what this is talking about. This is either saying you're needing to release past negativity to allow this partnership to come to fruition, or you're needing to release the negativity in this partnership or from this partnership, from this like a past version of this partnership, in order to find whatever it is that you're ultimately looking for in relationships of this type. But I will definitely get more information of that, because I do feel like it's release the negativity that this specific connection brought on you. Because the overall energy, like I said, is release and power. So this to me is about taking your power back from this connection, and allowing yourself to move toward what is, ultimately meant for you. Because this person definitely struggles with ego, because they have don't let pride get in your way with resistance. So they're pretty resistant to this connection, but it's not necessarily because of you. It's because of their ego, their pride. Something about their pride is getting in their way. And it's almost like, to me, it feels like you're taking, and this is very common, but it's almost like you're taking their inability to be emotionally available personally. And I feel like that's where, because then in between this connection, you have look at the bigger picture with involution. This involution is like evolution of self. The instead of evolution, allowing things to expand outward, this is the involution, the allowing things to expand within. So it's almost like this is looking at the bigger picture, looking at the self growth, the growth and the power that this connection is trying to teach you. Essentially, this connection is asking you, or this reading is asking you to look at the bigger purpose of this connection. But let's dive in and see. All right, this is Leo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. This is clarifying it's time to release negativity with partnership. This is Leo's side of this connection, please. Leo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Oof, okay. The Nine of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. I feel like this connection, it checked the boxes that you once thought you had. Like we all kind of have, I mean, maybe not all of us, but, it's pretty typical to have a checklist for, the kind of connections that we want. And it feels like this person kind of checked those boxes, the material aspect of what you look for in a connection, the job, the looks, even like I don't know, like again, it just feels like the material aspect. But I don't feel like this connection actually made you as happy as you thought it would. I feel like it didn't necessarily check the emotional boxes of what you are looking for. And I feel like that within itself is where the confusion lies about this connection. Because I ultimately feel like there's a level of thinking, oh, this person was meant for me because they checked all my boxes. But I also feel like you're not looking, which again is really common, but not looking at the bigger picture, right? Like, is there more that you're actually wanting in a connection that you're having a hard time seeing, like you're having a hard time seeing past the outward appearance, that you're kind of avoiding the fact that I just don't feel like this person provides the emotional connection you're ultimately looking for. But let's see. This is Leo's side of the connection. Leo's side of this connection. There's the High Priestess. Because it's like your intuition. Your intuition is telling you, well, hang on, actually. Clarifying the Eight of Cups in reverse. Your higher self has a lot to say to you about this connection. Clarifying the Eight of Cups in reverse. Your like higher self, your guides, the divine, whoever it is. But ultimately, I'm saying this is your higher self. Higher self. You could also think of it as like your future self, almost. Like your future self has a lot to tell you about this connection. Because you're the Death in reverse with the Eight of Cups in reverse. These are both kind of like avoiding the fact that walking away might be the best thing. Because this is reevaluation. Your higher self is just asking you to reevaluate this connection and what you're looking for in connections of this sort. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? You could be dealing with an earth sign because we have the King of... You don't have to be. But it's almost like... The other way I could take that is like this connection fits like your like material needs, but not your emotional needs. And that's what your higher self is asking you to evaluate is, do you deserve more than what this connection provides you? This is Leo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Interesting. So it's almost like, yeah, I mean, this is kind of exactly what this was saying. You have the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords here. So the way I'm seeing this is like the material aspect of this connection, it's like they check those boxes. Like everything that you've thought you've wanted in a connection of this type before. But then emotionally, they actually bring out a lot of anxiety in you. There's this like, it's almost like emotionally they don't provide. So they keep you could be like constantly in the phase of always wondering what they're thinking, or if they feel a certain way about you, or what they're like, are they going to walk away? Are they going to do this? Like it feels like they keep you kind of uncertain emotionally. And this is your higher self letting you know that you deserve more than that. Interesting. Okay. This is Leo's side of this connection. Leo's side of this connection. Because again, yeah, there's the unrealistic expectations. It's almost like, and when you have unrealistic expectations, it's not that what you're wanting or the outcome that you're wanting, it's not that that's unrealistic. It's the specifics of it. So the way I'm reading this is like, you are wanting this person to be emotionally available, to be able to provide you with the emotional support and connection that you're ultimately looking for, because you feel, okay, they check these boxes, but I'm still struggling with this side. So you're like, but maybe if we have this in common, or if they check all these boxes, then maybe the emotional connection will come. But I feel like that's where the universe is saying you're focused on the wrong thing. Now, what I feel like this connection is doing, is it's asking you to look at what you're actually looking for in connections. Because it feels like there might be a little bit of an attachment to the outcome of this specific connection. And this could be like if you guys are currently in separation, you're expecting this one to come back or something like that. And I feel like the universe is asking you to look at the bigger picture of what the purpose of this connection is, because this is about, releasing something to take your power back. This is about replacing negativity with power. And I honestly feel like it's this connection. This is Leo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Leo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Justice in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles. See, this connection, investing in this connection isn't investing in what you deserve. Because what you deserve wouldn't make you feel the uncertainty that you feel about it. When you're with the right person, or in connection with the right person, whoever that is, friends, romantic relationships, you don't doubt whether or not they care about you or love you or are going to show up for you. Like, you don't doubt those things. You don't doubt them. It's like, yes, you might have to build trust and you might have to learn to overcome your doubt because of connections like this that you've experienced. But when someone is meant to be in your life, there's so much certainty that surrounds that you don't have this anxiety. And I feel like you're experiencing a lot of this anxiety about this connection. And it's ultimately, this is your higher self. Your higher self is saying, listen, you deserve better than this. You deserve better than what this person has. It's not what they're like willing to provide you, because it's almost like, and this is something that my therapist once told me that really hit home for me, is it's like they, we expect other people, and this is what I said at the beginning about taking their lack of emotional intelligence personally, is we expect other people to be able to show up for us. Why won't they be vulnerable with me? Why won't they, love me the way I want to be loved? Why won't they? And honestly, the question, or the answer to that is they're not capable of it. Is at least what I'm saying from the higher level. We obviously haven't dove into their energy. I don't think you want this person back. This is Leo's side of this connection. And this feels like a connection that's been over. It feels like one that's ended. This is Leo's side of this connection. There's the Judgment. The universe is asking you to really take a hard look at the truth of this connection. And because there's a Death in reverse again. This is like, you don't want it to end, but you don't want this to end, but I feel like you actually do. Clarifying the Death in reverse, please, for Leo. Clarifying the Death in reverse for Leo. There's the Sun in reverse, because there it is. This is the truth. This connection doesn't make you happy. It fulfills material, it checks off the material boxes, but it doesn't check off the emotional ones. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this person has going on. I mean, just from feeling their energy, I don't know. They're kind of a little closed off, to say the least. But let's see. This is the person Leo's dealing with, side of the connection to Leo. The person that Leo is dealing with, side of the connection to Leo, please. This is this person's energy toward Leo. See, they're wishy-washy about this. Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. This person doesn't really know what they want. And you don't deserve that kind of uncertainty. I kind of want to clarify this, though. I want to clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. it's like uncertainty. Like they're really uncertain about, it's not you necessarily. I mean, in like it is you because they're uncertain about what they want, but it's not that they're like, there's the Knight of Pentacles. I don't feel like they have Knight of Pentacles and the Temperance. I don't feel like this person has the emotional wherewithal to view this connection from an emotionally intelligent level. Like to be able to like process, like they're not looking at you and saying, okay, Leo is kind. Leo is selfless. Leo provides me with the emotional support I need. Like that's not what they're not seeing your value in that way. They're looking at, what can Leo provide me? Is Leo attractive? Does Leo make good money? Like not necessarily those specific items, but looking at, and that's the thing though, because they check those boxes in you, but what you need to focus on is what I said in the beginning. Does Leo know how to give and receive love in a selfless manner? You know, does Leo know how to be emotionally supportive? Like that's ultimately what your focus should be. Not you, sorry, them, whoever your partner is. That's not, but it just feels like their focus is more on and that's why they have don't let pride get in your way. Their ego is what's resisting this connection for them. This person's energy toward Leo, please. So Four of Wands with the Hangman in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's almost like this is a really interesting message. It's almost like this person has so much karma to deal with before they can be like stable emotionally. And I feel like ultimately that's not your burden to bear. Now, this is someone who like isn't open to healing. It feels like it's like they kind of just want, like again, this person operates quite a bit from ego. This person's energy toward Leo, please. This person's energy toward Leo, please. There's the Queen of Wands. Three of Cups in reverse. I want to clarify this Three of Cups in reverse. Clarifying this message, please. This person views you as too good for them. But I almost feel like okay, it's like you're too emotionally intelligent for them. Clarifying this message here. There's the Six of Cups. It's like because I think this person feels like this is someone from your past. This isn't. I want clarity on this message. One more clarity on this message because I don't know what is this Three of Cups saying? What is this Three of Cups? Like they view this connection as, there's a song that's going on. It's like it's that song Memories by Maroon 5. I don't even like that song really that much. But it talks about right now, it's basically, these aren't the exact lyrics, but he's like, he says, I can't reach out to call you, but I know one day I will. Like, it's like this person knows that I don't necessarily know if it's unfinished business. I feel like they know they weren't good to you, because I don't feel like they were. But I also feel like they don't have the ability to verbalize that, because here's the Knight of Cups and then the Hangman. Like, they don't have, again, it's the emotional wherewithal. And if they owe you an apology or whatever the case is, it's like they know that. They're fully aware of that, but they don't, their ego and pride is getting in the way of them doing that. Dang, this is kind of interesting. This person's energy toward Leo, please. Sorry. This person's energy toward Leo. This person's energy toward Leo, please. Seven of Cups. See, this is them not being sure. It's like they don't, I feel like they honestly, like, at the end of the day, I feel like they don't know what to think or feel about this connection. And I feel like a lot of that is because they know, like, there's like regret here. And they don't know, or like, not even just regret, but like shame almost, like shame for the way they treated you. But like, remember, when I'm doing these readings, especially when I'm reading into like relationships, I'm reading deep under the surface. I'm not reading these conscious, active, the active thinking. This person isn't sitting there going, I have a lot of shame about the way I treated Leo. And, one day I'm going to reach out to them, but probably not today because I don't have the emotional intelligence to be able to properly apologize. Like, they don't, that's not, yeah, that's not what they're thinking. But this is all kind of happening within. Now their ego, if they operate from ego, they're not facing any of this. This is me reading kind of below the surface here, but this not being sure like what to think or feel is because they don't know how to face the way they treated you or what they did or how things ended or whatever the case is. So if you're taking that personally, if you're saying, oh, they never cared about me, or they couldn't care less about me now, like, I don't know, like, whatever the case is, that's not the case. It's that this person doesn't have the emotional intelligence to face this situation. So like anybody in that position, they avoid it because that's easier. And that's why this universe is saying it's time for you to take your power back and release this, because you essentially are waiting on this person to grow up, to grow. And that's not your burden to bear. You've got a life to live. This person's energy toward Leo. The Judgment reverse. See, they kind of refuse. Judgment reverse or the Ace of Wands. They kind of refuse to face this. They're straight up, this is avoidance right here. And with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like, probably overindulge in distractions in order to not face this. And that honestly isn't just like not facing their connection with you. That's them. That's what they do to not face their emotions, to not face, aspects of themselves that they don't love. And that's a very human thing to do. We all do it. We've all done it. But I feel like this person is they're in that phase of their growth right now where they're choosing not to grow. And I feel like that's it's almost like you have a tendency of taking that personally, and that's just not fair to you. Because remember, this feels like a past connection. Is this person's energy toward Leo, please? There it is. That's the regret. And there's the King of Pentacles again. So you really could be dealing with an earth sign. I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Hey. Kind of what it's in my head. So this is regret that they can't face. Oof. This is heavy. And you know what? You can't pull this out of them either. No matter what you do. I mean, you could send them this video even, and they wouldn't budge because again, they're operating from ego. They're operating from pride. They don't have the ability to face this right now. And that was the biggest lesson I learned. I kind of mentioned like what my therapist had told me is we take people's inability to see the way that they hurt us or the fact that they're not able to show up for us or whatever the case, we take it very personally. And it's not personal. That's their issue. You know, their actions or inactions towards you have nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. And so that's why the universe is saying release yourself from this and move forward, because you don't deserve to hold on to what the pain this connection caused or the uncertainty and the the anxiety that it brings you. Like, this person checked the wrong boxes for you. And it's time, if you can release this, you will be able to attract the person who checks the right. But maybe you already have, but you'll be able to fully attract and and trust and be in a good, healthy connection with the person who checks all the right boxes, not the wrong boxes. All right, we are going to hop on over to the extended. I have looked at the bigger picture with involution and then the overall advice card that I will pull at the end for the viewers of the extended. Thank you, Leo, so much, as always, for the support of my channel. It means the absolute world to me. I hope that this reading helped and resonated in a way that you were needing today. And I wish you absolutely nothing but love and healing on your journey. Bye, Leo.